Hey, and welcome to GlitchTechX. I'm back with another jam-packed news video today. So let's begin. Intel 11th Gen Rocket League CPU spotted. Intel's new Evo and Core i branding. Intel restructuring departments. AMD Zen 3 Ryzen 4000 desktop CPUs and RDNA 2 GPUs on track for 2020. Gabe Newell's favorite console. CES 2021 goes all digital. So let's get on with today's video. Whoa. Before we get on with it, for all the first-time visitors, I make gaming videos and videos around PC hardware, news, releases, and tech discussions. So do subscribe if that pleases your fancy. Alright, now that the customary subscription rant is done, back to the video. The first item on the agenda comes in the form of a leak. Apparently, an Intel 11th Gen CPU was spotted by Tum_Apisak. I know I butchered that, over at Size Software Database. This 11th Gen CPU was spotted alongside an unnamed Gen 4 PCIe NVMe SSD. The Intel 11th Gen Rocket League CPUs are the first to support PCIe Gen 4 and will be manufactured using the 14nm ++++++ architecture. If you would look at the performance numbers on the screen, the CPU was tested with an unnamed SSD with 1TB of capacity running in Gen 4 X4 mode. The SSD posted a bandwidth of 1.2 GB per second and an I/O speed of 45,000 IOPS. This also confirms that the Rocket League CPUs will support PCIe Gen 4 on compatible Z490 motherboards. That's all good, but it seems that Intel is playing catch-up with AMD. They're still on a 14nm process, as well as they are offering PCIe Gen 4 with the upcoming Rocket League CPUs, whereas AMD has already matured the 7nm fabrication and have been offering PCIe Gen 4 since last year with the X570 platform. Anywho, better late than never, right Intel? Next up, Intel seems to be ready to roll out a new branding for its mainstream processors by the name of Evo. This leak was spotted by a Twitter user and is believed to represent Intel's upcoming Alder Lake CPUs. Evo might stand for evolution, since Intel is moving to a new Big Little architecture with Alder Lake. This is similar to how smartphone SoCs are designed, since this leads to conservation of power on mobile devices and hence might increase the battery life of handheld devices. Talking about the rebranding and the new logo, I kinda like it. The minimalistic design and the color scheme, along with the Core i denotation at the bottom right, seems to be intriguing. Whether this holds up or not, only time will tell. Onward, my noblemen. Intel seems to be in a fix right now. As per sources, it seems Intel is restructuring its departments and workforce with Murthy exiting the company. Murthy, the person behind Intel's TMG efforts, will leave the company effective 3rd of August. The TSCG Group, the official name for Technology, Systems, Architecture and Client Group, will be segregated into 5 teams. These teams will handle R&D, manufacturing and operations, design engineering, architecture, software and graphics, and supply chain, with Dr. Ann Kelleher taking over the technology development and will be in charge of the development for the 7nm and 5nm process. The TSCG group led by Murthy was responsible for the delays in the 10nm and 7nm processes, and now Intel is undergoing major restructuring when it stumbled a second time on 7nm, pushing the timeline and with a stipulated release sometime in 2021. As a result, Intel's stock price also plummeted. Well, here's to new beginnings. Now talking about Team Red, official sources have stated that AMD has reaffirmed its plans to release Zen 3 based Ryzen 4000 desktop CPUs, codenamed Rumour, and RDNA 2 based Radeon GPUs or Big Navi in the second half of 2020. During AMD's latest earnings call, Dr. Lisa Su, the CEO of AMD, stated that AMD is on track to deliver strong growth in the second half of the year and introduce two key products. These include the client-aimed Ryzen 4000 desktop CPUs, codenamed Rumour, which will be powered by the Zen 3 core architecture, and the Radeon RX RDNA 2 GPUs. Big Navi is coming to town. The company's executive vice president of computing and graphics, Rick Bergman, had this to say: AMD's high-performance journey continues, and Zen 3 client CPUs are on track for a launch this year. Along with desktop CPUs, Zen 3-powered EPYC lineup is also set to be released later this year, codenamed Milan. Although this lineup is still a work in progress, as AMD stated that it's working with various OEMs to iron out the kinks and might gain traction in the first half of 2021. Exciting times. Not to sound like a fanboy, but AMD has Intel chasing them, and Intel has no other option but to work on all cylinders and play catch-up. I hope with the position that AMD has found itself in, they won't go anti-consumer and jack up the prices. What do you think? Next up, time to find out Gabe Newell's favorite console. Gabe is stuck in New Zealand with his friends and family, and in an interview with New Zealand's The Project, Gabe clearly voiced his liking for the upcoming Xbox Series X over the PlayStation 5, citing the reason that it's just better. Maybe the extra teraflops of the Xbox appealed to him. Now, he hasn't forsaken the PC master race. No reason for panic. Which console are you rooting for, and why? Let's discuss this in the comments section. The last story for today, CES 2021 goes all digital. The CTA, or the Consumer Technology Association, in an effort to prioritize health and safety in these testing times, has decided to go all digital with the upcoming CES 2021. This will offer a highly personalized experience for keynotes in conferences, product showcases, and meetings. Now everyone would have a front row seat. CES 2021 starts on the 6th of Jan. Well, that's it for today's episode. Thank you so much for tuning in. What are your thoughts about Intel's rebranding, the Intel Rocket Lake CPUs, AMD Zen 3 Ryzen 4000 desktop, Zen 3 EPYC lineup coming out? Let me know in the comments section below. That's it for today. Thank you for watching.